Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. They're buying everybody free RVs. You gotta check this out right now. Hey there, how are you? Welcome back. I'm Dr. Dave, also known as the RV Dummy, and I've been helping RVers now for 1/50th of a century. Isn't that a long time? Now, before I get into today's show, I just want to share with you some exciting news that I started a Facebook page. I've got the website RV Dummy also, but I started a Facebook page, the RV Dummy, just so you can kind of interact with me there. Not that there are not enough places now, but hang out with me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/RV Dummy. Check me out there. Let's get right into today's show. And by the way, if you're brand new to me, I appreciate you. Click that little subscribe button right over there and make sure you enable your notifications so whenever we publish a brand new video, which by the way is turning out to be every Tuesday morning now, every Tuesday morning whenever we publish a brand new video, you will be privy to getting a notification for it. Let's get right into today's show. I was actually going to do another show for you, but I got so many good questions. I want to go ahead and get these questions answered. And then perhaps the next show I do is an actual topic that I've got. It's a really good one, but I'm putting it off just because you guys have been sending me some fabulous questions and I really appreciate it. The first question, dear Dr. Dave, I want to buy a nice RV, but I honestly do not have the money. Thanks for being honest with it. Honesty is always a great policy, by the way. Having said that, I like to think creatively, so here is my idea. I know you are against financing an RV, especially a new rig, but please hear me out. How about if I bought an RV, took out a loan with the expectation that either Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren will win in 2020? There has been a lot of talk about loan forgiveness by both of them. So if either of them wins the election, it sounds like so much of what we do will be free, and I want to be in on this. Good idea or bad idea? Come on, Dr. Dave, help me. This person did not even sign their name. I don't know. Is this a real? So okay. Is this a real question or is this just a fake? Now, I did have my team of, I've got a team of people that tries to authenticate all questions that come into me, and they said it's real. So, gee, I don't even know where to start. I mean, so I don't even know your name because you didn't sign your name to it. So let me get this straight. You want to buy an RV, take out a loan because I guess you can't afford it. And hopefully you're hoping that Bernie or Elizabeth Warren are going to win the election and they're going to just forgive all loans and everything's going to be free and we'll all be happy from here on out. Are you flipping nuts? First of all, this is not a political show. I'm an RV guy. I'm a fun guy. I like to live my life and really enjoy it. So the political mess that we're going through it is a mess, but does anybody really think that if these guys get into office, they're going to start forgiving all loans, all healthcare is free, everything's free? I mean, who's paying for this stuff? It is the most absurd. Look, I'm a doctor. I don't practice anymore. I'm a dentist by profession. I used to practice dentistry. I'm all for helping humanity. It's very important that we all are able to have health care, but giving stuff away for free and giving everything away for free, you guys, if you think that's going to work, it's impossible. Even if you tax the top 1%, there's not enough money in the 1% to pay for all this crap that you want to pay for. And no, if you've got if somebody also has a student loan, and let's say, I'm just making this number up, you owe $100,000 on a student loan because you got this big degree, and you think you can't afford to pay it back, and you think that should be forgiven. Well, who's paying for that? Multiply that times thousands and millions. It's oh my God. It doesn't work the way that all these people think it's going to work. Oh, everything's free. Everything's free. It's going to be a great country because everything's going to be free. Stop it. Buy what you can afford, please. Don't try to scam anybody. Don't try to get a loan dismissed. No. Buy what you can afford. Be honest. Be ethical. Don't be one of those people that just thinks everything's for free and you take, take, take. No, you work hard for your money and buy what you can afford. Next question. Well, howdy, Dr. Dave. I'm saying that kind of like in a Southern accent. Howdy, Dr. Dave. I just uploaded a video about loans and their real costs. Hope you like it. For your information, I did mention you. Hey, I'm mentioned in somebody else's video. That's cool as anything. I did mention you, and even though I don't always agree with your philosophy of never getting a loan, I do very much respect it. See, I want to make this point. You don't always have to agree with me. Not everybody here agrees with everything I say, and that's totally fine. It's when people get disrespectful and they don't. Not agreeing with me is cool, but when you get disrespectful and start name calling, no, I don't appreciate that. But disagreeing is cool. I like to have a really healthy debate with people sometimes too. So he says, thanks for encouraging me to jump into the YouTube arena. All y'all, is this like a Southern thing? All y'all need to come down to Texas sometime to visit. Well, I got to get my accent a little better because all y'all aren't going to like my accent. May your roads lead you to greater adventures. Be seeing you the roads. So his video channel is The Roads of Life. By the way, I did get a chance to view the video that he posted. It's really, really good about getting a loan, taking out a loan for an RV. It's really interesting, educational. He did his research. I'm going to post right up here. We'll see if we can put a link right up here for the Roads of Life video that mentions me, of course. But more importantly, it helps you out as far as deciding whether a loan is worth it or not. Now, the RV Dummy, full disclosure, does not believe in loans for RVs. I believe in you buy what you can afford. Even if it's a $5,000 rig, you buy what you can afford. Loans are very risky, especially on a depreciating asset. To me, it doesn't make sense, but watch the video and then you make up your own mind. It's totally cool. So Roads of Life, let's do this. If you're watching, I invite you to come on and let's do a video together. We'll do a split screen right down the middle. I'll be here, you'll be here. We will talk to each other on video, and it'll be a great, great little healthy debate. And we'll talk about the benefits or risks or thereof, the debate of loans for RVs or no loans for RVs and always paying cash. I invite you to come with me. Let's do it. Let's do a video together. Get back to me by email. That's the best way. Let me know. We'll figure out when we're available to do this, and let's record a super, super, super video for our subscribers and for our viewers. That would be great. And thanks again so much for doing that video. Next question. It comes from Chuck McMichael. How easy is it to leave the campground if your current area is under, say, a flood, tornado, or hurricane watch? Do campsites do refunds sometimes, or are you trapped with a lease type agreement? How easy is it to find a new spot in a pinch? Well, as I'm recording this, there's like horrible hurricane warnings coming up from the Bahamas, probably up the East Coast now. So it's a very timely question. So I've got a couple answers for you. Number one, if I see, and a lot of times we know of these things, maybe not a tornado warning, they come up pretty quickly and we can't really predict those well in advance. But if I see something like heavy, heavy, heavy rain, hurricane warnings, things like that, high winds, I'm going to try my best to stay out of that area in the first place. I'm not going to go into an area and camp where there's impending horrible, horrible weather. Having said that, though, if you're in an area and you're at a campground and it looks like bad weather's coming in, are they going to refund you? It depends on the campground. It depends on their agreement. You're signing something every time you go in. Take a look, and you can ask them to see what it says. But you know something? My safety is more important than the $30 or $40 or $50 a night for a campsite. So if there's horrible, horrible, dangerous weather coming in and I'm camped and I'm staying there for the next 3 nights, I'm going to leave even if I lose $100 or $150. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get the heck out of there if possible. Now, if it's coming in really quickly and there's no way to get out of there, I'm going to look around the area for a possible hotel room or some other type of accommodation. I'd say there's a much better chance if horrible, horrible weather is coming through the area. I feel safer in a hotel room. I know I'm an RVer and I love RV. I know I get all that, but I'm going to also go where it's really safe for me. So I'm going to get a room somewhere. I'm going to try my best to put my rig in the best possible place, the safest place. But if it's horrible weather coming in, horrible, I'm going to be somewhere else. I'm not going to do that. So hope that helps, Mr. McMichael. Marion Demert says, "You are good. You are really good. Thank you." Marion, thanks for saying that. It's always, it's really good to get compliments like that from my viewers, from my friends, from my subscribers, because, I do these videos, they're from my heart. I don't have to be doing this. There's something in my blood that I just love teaching and helping others. I've been doing it for quite some time. And when I hear things from my subscribers like that, it makes me feel good. So I'm glad that we're connecting. Appreciate that so much, Marion. From Rotting Boards, what is the best thing about, now this is actually a rhetorical question. He's answering his question. What's the best thing about buying used? I'll tell you what, it goes down in price every month. So don't be in a hurry. Well, that's pretty much true. RVs do go down in value. Now, when you buy a new one, I've heard different statistics, but when you drive it off the lot, the depreciation from you driving off that lot is roughly in the 20 to 30% range, say 15 to 30% range the minute you drive it off the lot, maybe averaging around 20%. So just driving it 100 yards or however, over that curb, ding, 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 you're losing 20% of your investment. So $100,000 investment, you're losing $20,000 on that's the most expensive short drive you've ever made in your life. But with used ones, it's a depreciating asset. There's never a time when it's going up in value. So yeah, they're going down in value every month. But does that mean you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off till it goes down to nothing? No, there comes a point where you want to buy something and you can't say, well, it's going to be a little bit cheaper the next month because it's going down, or it might be cheaper the following. No, there comes a point where you say, okay, I'm in, I'm going to buy it. I've researched it. It's in great shape. Let's make a deal. But anyway, who was that from? That was from Rotting Boards. Thank you so much for that piece of advice. That was very interesting, actually. Here's a message from the RVDummy.com website. He says, "Hi, Dr. Dave. I really enjoy your videos and caring advice. Also, think you and your wife have really researched and picked a great rig. We got a Class B Pleasureway XLTS. What could be better? Life is good with a Class B. We love Class Bs. I'm 54 years old, divorced, and likely retiring in 3 years. I'm from Canada, and I work in healthcare, have a decent pension, about $600,000 savings, and a home worth $1 million. Nice home there. With a $245,000 mortgage remaining. I would like to purchase a Class B similar to yours and enjoy it for several years for some big North American trips. Here's my question. As a Canadian citizen, am I allowed to sell my RV in the USA when I want to upgrade? I have noticed that the Class Bs are very desirable in the US, and with the currency exchange, it would make sense for me to sell it in the US. Regards, Lee in Ontario." Lee, great question. I'm admittedly not an expert on like interstate commerce or interstate commerce or international commerce, probably that's better the right word, international commerce. But I do believe, you might want to check this out, I do believe it's totally acceptable for a Canadian to sell a rig in the US. I think it's done all the time. I don't see that I don't think there's a problem with that at all. So yeah, go ahead and do it. And it sounds like you're doing great. You got a $1 million home. You got money in the bank. You're doing all right, Lee. Congratulations. Sorry about your divorce, but as I said in my last video from last week, it happens sometimes, and we make the best of it. And a lot of times, divorce can change your life for the better. It's not the first option if you're having a tough time with your spouse, but it is a tool that sometimes, if you've exhausted everything else, it is necessary. So Lee, good luck to you. Thanks so much for writing in. Greatly appreciated, my new friend. This is from Dee Farrer. She says, "Wow, I was just about to subscribe to your channel until you disagreed with home ownership." So it's a great question. It's not a question, it's like a statement. Like, I was just about to subscribe, but I disagree with you with one point, so screw you, I'm not subscribing. It's because we have to, what is it with the world today? It seems like there's some people out there that unless they feel that you agree with them 100% of the time, like they block you, they don't subscribe, they're no longer your friend, they can't talk to you. What's going on in this world? It's crazy. I mean, when I grew up, I had good, spirited, good-natured debates with friends and family members, and we weren't always on the same page, and we didn't agree with everything, but we remained friends, and we remained family members, and we liked each other, although we agreed to disagree sometimes. These days, we got snowflakes out there. I just don't understand it. You say one thing that somebody disagrees with, I'm not subscribing to you. You're a bad person. Screw you. What's going on, people? By the way, D, I doubt you're watching this. I really doubt you're watching, but wait a minute. When did I ever say that I disagree with, that I think home ownership is a bad thing? When did I ever? I'd like to see where I said that. Now, I did say that I've owned homes for many, many, many years. I did say that these days I'm selling my last home that I owned in Maryland. We live in Utah now. We're renting because I think in my situation, and also in many people's situation, renting a home could be, now that's not for everybody, and check with your financial planner if you're not savvy enough, but renting could be as good, if not better, than owning. Owning a home is not always a money-making profit type thing. It's not always. I've lost money on homes that I've owned over the years because of taxes, because of repairs, because of you name it, because of the market going down. Owning a home is not a guaranteed investment. So do your homework. That's all I'm saying. These days, I'm trying to become more of a minimalist, and I just don't want to own that many things, and that's why I'm renting right now. I feel great about it. But D, for you to put words in my mouth and say that I say home ownership is a bad thing, no, I've never said that, because home ownership is not a bad thing. You just have to, it's different for everybody's situation. And I'm so sad that you're not a subscriber anymore, D. Come back if you want. I always take people back that come around and want to be a little more sensible, but I have a feeling you're not going to be back, D. This is from Borge. The next question is from George, not Borge. George, and sorry if I'm really messing up your last name, the pronunciation, but George Bujakels, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So, but if you're watching, George, you'll know that it's you. Hi, Dave. My name is George. Yeah, I'll just call you George. I'm selling my home. I'm 62 years old, and I'm looking to buy an RV. Not sure what type. Only for short round trips. Travel trailer more likely because I have a new Chevy truck 1/2 ton pickup. Oh, and by the way, I have stage 4 bone cancer. 4 years of treatment now. Should I travel or should I stay home? Thanks. Wow, George, that question was going really well until you just kind of threw us for a loop. Oh, by the way, I've got stage 4 bone cancer. Well, first of all, I pray for you. I'd like all of my viewers to say a little prayer for George. I truly hope you're going to be okay. I know stage 4 is not a good thing, but I do believe in good things and positive energy, and I do believe in miracles, and I do believe in things that happen outside of the ordinary. So sending you energy, George, and I hope you're going to be fine for a long time to come. I really hope that's the case. Should you travel or should you stay home? You know, as long as you're healthy enough to get in your rig and drive it and stay at a campground, even you did mention even for short round trips, I say go for it. Go for it. If you know, I know nothing about your medical condition other than what you told me, but if you're able to drive, if you're able to hang out at a campground, sit around a campfire, build a nice campfire and talk to other people and just have fun, oh my God, go for it. George, you will love it. Different scenery every night, a river, a desert, a mountain, an ocean maybe. George, it's the way to go. Go for it if you can. And I hope you're going to be okay, George. Gina says, I clicked subscribe. I love your Joy with RV Life. Would love to see some of your trips in the van. Gina, thanks so much. I appreciate you as a subscriber. Thanks for clicking. I'll try to post more of our trips, although sometimes I just feel, now you guys can write in and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm just posting trips in the van, oh, here's Yoko over here, she's cooking dinner, here's Boo Boo, I think it gets a little boring. And I don't want this channel to be all about me. Here's Dave in the van, here's Dave at this campground. No, I want it to be more interactive, and I want to help you all. So if you want to see more of us in the van, let me know. I'm trying to, I don't want it to be just about, here's what David, Yoko, and Bubo are doing all the time. But thanks so much for that, Gina. Greatly appreciated. One more question. Here we go. And it's a great one, so don't even think about leaving me yet. Dear Dr. Dave, I'm very interested in becoming more minimalistic. I'm finding, too, that things do not make me happy anymore. Actually, they never made me happy. Can you give us all an update on how the minimal life is going for you? Thanks and all the best. Rodney in Mississippi. Rodney, thanks for asking. Becoming more of a minimalist is perhaps one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Moving from the East Coast to Utah, selling our home in Maryland, getting rid of things that we just don't need. In the old days, I would go into my closet, I'm going to work, and I'm thinking about, what am I going to wear today? Well, I open up my closet, I've got like 55 shirts, a million pairs of jeans, 20 shoes. It was crazy. These days, guess what? I open up my closet, I've got like 7 t-shirts total, or something like that, as a rough guess. 7 t-shirts, a few pair of pants. I've got some underwear, I've got some socks. Getting dressed now is so much easier. Yeah, this is basically what I wear, a t-shirt almost every single day. And it's going to be strange because I'm going to be going to some places that I need to get a little bit dressed up, and I don't even know what I'm going to do, because as a minimalist, I don't really want to own ties and sports jackets and suits. And I'm going to probably have to explain to people that, hey, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't have a lot of stuff these days. And I hope you can accept me for what I am, even though I'm here in a t-shirt. It's what I wear. It's what I have. I mean, with Steve Jobs was a very, very powerful man in a very powerful position. He would get up on stage and he'd be wearing a black t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Now, I know I'm not Steve Jobs. I never will be a Steve Jobs, but there's something to be said for only having a few things. And Steve Jobs was the kind of guy that could afford anything he wanted. But yeah, he always wore a black t-shirt and a pair of jeans. And I'm not trying to emulate Steve Jobs, but it's having very few things in my possession that I own is perhaps the best feeling. It's a feeling of peace, because instead of concentrating on things, you concentrate more on your life and the loved ones around you, and doing things outside and enjoying life, and not worrying about going to the store and buying a new pair of expensive designer jeans or something like that. No. Oh my God, it's so much better. And I've came out of my ear. And I've only scratching the surface now. So I'll be keeping you all informed, but not owning a lot of things, including a house, has become a tremendous, tremendous positive for me. So that's what I have to report. So Rodney in Mississippi, thanks so much for asking the question. I appreciate your question there. And guys, thanks so much for being with me. As I said, I record every video from my heart here. I'm doing this to help you. I like injecting a little bit of humor into things and just having a good time with you guys. I greatly appreciate it. So until next time, keep in mind, I'm Dr. Dave. I'm the RV dummy. And guess what? I do love you. See you later. Bye.